guys. Today we're reading Am I the Asshole stories to determine if they're really the asshole or not.
These stories may blow your mind just like they did to us.
Okay, so let's get started with the first one.
Am I the asshole for getting a new nurse fired for accusing me of having an affair with my father? Hey Reddit, I am a hospital social worker at a small hospital. My dad is one of the ER day shift charge nurses. A few weeks ago, I was in the ER trying to figure out placement for an elderly patient. When I was leaving, I had a chat with my dad in the hallway.
Before I left, he gave me a hug and told me not to be late for dinner. I joked about how I'm going to order the most expensive steak on the menu since it's his turn to pay. I am 27F and my dad is 51M.
There was a new nurse at the nurse's station nearby. Pretty much everyone knows that he's my dad. I hadn't spoken with this new nurse much though, and she didn't know.
Apparently she thought my dad and I were having an affair based off what she heard/saw. She knew my dad was married to my mom, who brings him lunch sometimes.
She immediately began
Really?
She immediately began gossiping to some of the other staff that my dad was having an affair with the hospital social worker, aka me.
One older nurse that I've known for a long time immediately came to me. I didn't think she liked this new nurse very much. I guess no one decided to tell her that he's my dad.
I hate gossipers. I don't know what it is about nurses, but I swear to God, some of them really love to spread rumors. Very true. I decided to not take it up with her and I just went straight to
HR.
HR.
I forgot where I was.
Right here.
Okay. We were both asked to come to HR after our shift was over, along with my dad. Now the HR lady knew that he's my father. When NN came in, she was asked to explain, and she said that she thinks it's terrible that we would so blatantly have an affair, and she was shocked because she thought my dad seemed like he was such a nice guy.
My dad then decided to speak up and explain that I am his child, and
NN is the nurse.
the NN was mortified and apologized profusely.
Okay, the HR lady asked me and my dad to leave. They had a meeting with the unit manager, and it was decided that the new nurse would be fired immediately because she was still in her 90-day probationary period. Not probation.
My mom thinks I'm a jerk and I should have just brought it up to the nurse instead of bringing it to HR, which I knew she would probably get fired. I think my mom is also sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because she stalked the woman's Facebook and she's a single mom or whatever.
Yeah, won't fall for her.
Wait.
You don't mind that. Okay. I think I was right to get her fired because the hospital doesn't need a bunch of nurses sitting on their asses gossiping instead of doing their jobs. My dad is embarrassed and feels awkward about the whole thing. It's not the first time someone had thought I was dating my dad. We aren't weird anything, but it happens anyway. Anywho. My dad, so I don't think they are.
No, you.
Is the whole point is bringing it to the HR department? I think because it.
Okay, I think that it's good that she did, because is she gonna start would she start spreading rumors about the patients?
Yeah, I feel like some people don't believe everybody 100%. So it could be them, if she were go up to the new nurse and be like, oh yeah, that's my dad, I'm not having an affair or anything, and they're like, oh no, I don't believe you, because I feel like if someone were to, if there was a rumor, and the person in the rumor came up to me like, oh, that definitely did not happen. I don't know you. I believe you, but I don't believe you all the way to know that that's not a true rumor. But like,
Yeah, I definitely agree. It was, she had a right to go to HR, and I'm glad she did, because some things can't be resolved with just the people who are in it. And yeah, so we can read some of the comments, I guess. Too much work? Really?
No.
No. Ooh.
Oh, and it's loading.
Ooh. Okay. Not the asshole. She didn't just misunderstand. She gossiped about a serious accusation without knowing the facts. In a professional setting, that's unacceptable. You went through the right channels. Her being on probation or a single mom doesn't excuse that behavior.
She could have really messed up OP's parents' marriage too if she told OP's mom without saying it was OP that the dad hugged.
Bingo, my idiot younger sister went on Facebook and saw pictures of my wife with another man. What she didn't know was the context behind the pictures and that it was a charity event my wife had coordinated. The other man is a local celebrity and his wife had taken the photo. She ran around and told my whole family that my wife was cheating on me. A week later, another sister called and wanted to know if I was okay. Eventually, I figured out what was happening and that my younger sister was completely devoid of intelligence.
Okay, we'll probably stop on those comments.
Yeah, I don't want to read it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, definitely not the asshole. No, not at all.
No.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like.
Sorry. You guys aren't going to know what we're talking about. We could do that one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for snapping at my pregnant wife?
Okay. I am 100% disabled. Sorry, I was making sure I read that right.
Yeah.
I am 100% disabled Navy vet who separated this. That's a separated, right?
Yeah.
Separated this January. I met my wife several years ago while I was still in the service. Back then I had excellent hearing, but as time went on in my service, I began to lose my hearing, and now I had to be looking at you to understand what it is that you said. Ever since we first met, my wife would ask for affection or attention towards something by saying something first, then either pinching or pulling me toward the things. And in the last year or so, that has shifted to more painful ways to get my attention. Pinching hard enough to leave a mark, biting hard enough to bruise, etc.
I can't hear her when she only asks once and does it quietly. And today she had asked me what I wanted for dinner as we were ordering in. I did not hear her as I was on my phone waiting to order. She then smacks my hand and points to her phone. I grab it and start to order, not commenting on the slap. My reaction, I guess, wasn't good enough for her, so she then proceeded to reach into my pocket to get closer to the skin and pinch my inner thigh. This caused me to jump away, making the pinch even worse.
Then I snapped and yelled, "What the hell? Why did you have to be so fucking violent?" This then sparks an argument about how that didn't even hurt and I'm being a baby. She doesn't need to change who she is or how she acts.
She since stormed away, so we never ordered dinner, and now I'm making dinner for my kids as my wife hides away upstairs. I feel awful for yelling at her, and I have since tried to
I know it's a word, as I just forgot.
It's a word. It's a
word.
word.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's just a word.
I can remember it in the middle of the.
Yeah. This by saying we both need to work on our communication.
Her response was to say that my hearing damage was not her fault, as she didn't sign me up for the Navy, so it's not her responsibility to repeat herself if I don't hear her.
What do you think? What do you guys think? How should I handle this?
Okay, that probably would have been a terrible voiceover, but we kind of got cut off. So, anyways, we went on for like 3 minutes talking about it and realized we weren't even recording. But
Yeah, that sucks.
so I honestly don't think, like, sure, she's right. It's not her fault that he signed up for the Navy, but it's also not his fault that he lost his hearing. And like,
Yeah, I agree.
I think she's gonna have to like accept the fact that you like. Sure, it wasn't so nice to snap at her, but also the fact that she was pinching you, and she smacked your hand. Like there could have been like calmer ways, like shaking your shoulder, like oh.
Yeah, like.
Oh, not okay. Calmly.
And then also, if she's like slapping him, that could potentially turn into abuse.
True point.
It can turn into abuse, so she needs to like correct her behavior.
Yeah.
It's really not his fault, but she needs to correct her behavior before it becomes an abusive relationship.
They probably should both apologize, but
yeah, definitely.
Like they both were in kind of like the wrong, but like not like
she was one, not the asshole.
No one's
no
commenting.
Oh, wow! Be the first to comment. No, I'm not gonna comment.
Oh. Do we? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it out?
Okay, so this one is, am I the asshole for denying my husband sex?
Wait, I can't see. Sorry, I'm blind.
Me too.
Background. I, 30F, and my husband, 30M, we'll call him Jim. Been together for 5 years, married, it says married. Where's the English? I don't see English. This makes it hard to read English. I don't English. Sorry.
Yeah.
Married for 3 years. We have one kid together that we met at the gym, and it was his first time coming to that gym that I go to regular. I show Jim around and help him meet the owner, and I help him sign up for membership. At first, it was just casual gym meet up for a bit of lifting, but one day he asked me out, and at the time I was already in another relationship, so I said no. But after a few months, me and my ex broke up, and Jim helped me get over my ex. And introduced me to other people. Jim was never really pushy about asking me out or anything, but after a year of knowing Jim, I asked him out, and ever since then we became inseparable. We were 2 peas in a pod. We dated for 2 years before he asked me to marry him. Our sex life was awesome. We go at it any chance we get. I did not need to know that.
I didn't either.
Okay. And of course, like every other couple, we have our up and down, but there's always makeup sex. After we got married and had our kids, sex went down a bit, but not a whole lot. 8 times a week, morning and before bed. That's a lot.
You really just say not a lot of chances, like
8 times a week? A week? How?
I can't even imagine being in a relationship for 8 weeks. Wait, how long did you say?
8 times a week.
Oh wait, I heard wrong. I can't.
8
Okay.
times.
What's at the window? Oh, that's your feet. I know. Okay. Okay, we both work. I work at home and go to the office every now and then. While Jim work 12 hours at a construction company, I do the best I can to help him relax after a long day of work, and he spend as much time as he can with our child. I understand that his job is harder than mine, so I try not to complain too much, only every now and then. Example, leaving sock/clothes next to the laundry basket or just leaving it next to the couch. I do have other laundry basket next to the couch. Grammar is terrible.
I know.
I'm
Like,
just
did you
reading.
go to
I'm
school?
I'm just like reading it how it's read.
Yeah.
So far that the only complaint. Wait.
Sorry.
Okay.
Where?
So far that the only complaint I voice out to Jim many times.
Many times.
if he gonna take
Donna.
yeah
Donna?
gonna take of his socks while he's on the couch, just throw it in the basket. Or if he's taking a shower after work, just throw his clothes in the basket and not next to them. The basket is empty every day because I collect them in the morning after he goes to work.
After our child turned 2, our sex lift went down. Went down even more dramatically, to just once or twice a week. I've noticed it and has asked Jim about it, and he said he was just tired and stressed from work, so I let him be whenever I should know this word, sorry.
What?
What word? Intimate. What does it say? Am I just blind?
Shit.
Initiate sex. He would say has too tired. I know his not cheating on me, and I also know his not watching porn. Watching porn. He just seems to lost interest in sex. I know he's not cheating on me because I uses his phone a lot when he's home to play games, and he uses mine to watch movies or games. We haven't had too much sex, and it was getting to me.
Oh. Wait, I thought it was getting to him, not you.
Yeah. So I asked him what was wrong, and does he need help or anything, and what we can do, because I miss having sex with my husband and ain't feeling much love.
Ain't feeling much. Oh, sorry.
Jim told me that he wasn't interested in sex and haven't been for a while. He still loved me and still find me attractive, but just not enough to want to have sex. And if we didn't, it only because he know I needed it. Needed.
It's a want, not a need, I think.
I don't know. I think it is a need.
I would assume.
I don't know. Tell us down in the comments, please, if it's a want or a need. We need opinions. I can't see it. He know I needed it. That didn't make me feel good, and it hurt a lot.
I'm scared.
We're trying to read.
Oh, we're almost done. So for the part, wait, sorry, I read that wrong. For the past year and a half now, we have no sex. I also started to lose interest and wanted to have sex. We still sleep in the same bed, but just not intimate with each other. And last night, 11 something, out of nowhere, Jim wanted to have sex, and I told him no, and that I was tired and it's too late. Jim got mad at me and asked me, "Why are you denying me sex? I thought this is what you wanted," and stormed out of bed and to the bathroom.
Oh. Wow. We haven't talked all day today at all, and he left to work early. I did, and at the same time didn't want to have sex with him. Am I the asshole for denying my husband sex?
Okay, so this is probably the last one because
Yeah, you are not the asshole. Okay.
yeah,
honey.
I feel like you did mention how you wanted to, but if you're not in the mood, because if he's denying you wanting to have it, you should have the right of denying him wanting to have it. Like, it's not like,
Yeah.
like, always, I feel like it's not, you don't always want to have it. Like, there'll be days where you want to, and you want to, and other days you're like, oh, no, I just don't want to do it, I'm not feeling it today.
Yeah, do you know, that was a bit, that was a lot of information, about things that not everyone wants to hear.
Yeah.
But, like, not the asshole, he's being the asshole. He's being a
Yeah. He
stupid
should
little,
be like,
meow.
he's like, he's trying to like force you into doing it. Like, don't listen to him.
If he does end up forcing it,
That's
cops.
if he does,
Get divorced.
it's her husband, right?
Yeah, it said husband.
Okay.
If he does force it, call the cops and get divorced.
Oh yeah.
He'll be put in jail. Wait, will he? Wait, I don't know if he will.
might be put under probation.
Would he?
Like,
No, you'd get a restraining order.
yeah, you can get a restraining order.
Yeah, that would be definitely a restraining order. I should get a restraining order for my dad.
When was the last time you saw him? I don't know. Well,
Last
anyways,
year.
that's all for today.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye bye. Good morning, good night, whenever you see this.
Meow.
Bye bye.
Meow.